Xbox is not having a good time of it recently. Doesn't surprise me with their strategy, which I think is terrible. And this does not surprise me that their sales have hit a new low in the UK. And it's getting that ridiculous now that it's kind of just not competing at all with PlayStation. And I know a lot of people will say they're not competing on console and hardware sales. It's about services and selling games. Yeah, keep listening to what Xbox is peddling and telling you. But if they were in the position that Sony is in, no way would they be doing what they're doing right now. They're doing this out of necessity, which just sucks. They had a good lineup of games coming this year. They should have kept them all exclusive and kept powering on, try and regain a bit of ground. Because you might think I'm Mr. Negative on Xbox. It's more just because I'm pissed off at how they've handled it. I love Xbox. I've got an Xbox Series X. I've got a Series S. I actually have two Series S. I've got an Xbox One X still plugged in as well. I love my 360. I think it's one of the best consoles ever. And the reason why, as a PlayStation fan, you should love Xbox is because we need strong competition. Because strong competition means us gamers get the best. You'll get better value, for your purchases like game prices, game consoles. Also, competition, you know, breeds innovation. They will be trying to outdo each other, whether that be in the hardware space or in the actual games they are delivering. So that is why this is important. But what is going on sales wise here? Well, we have now got some numbers here, which is not very good reading. And it basically says here, and this is a post over on Twitter from Chris Drang, sorry, absolutely butchered that there, but he's the editor in chief and co founder of the game business. And he says sales of Xbox consoles were down 39% in the UK during 2025, making it comfortably the worst year on record for Xbox consoles. With the return of favourite Xbox franchises in 2026, might things improve this year? Wow, who knows? I mean, I know they've just been distancing themselves from hardware in general. Like they have actively been pushing people away from the console onto playing, you know, via the cloud, subscribing to Game Pass Ultimate, um, playing on a Fire Stick on your smart TV and all this. And it's definitely not the best way to play games, but that is what they're all about now. It's just software, software, software. It wouldn't surprise me if they fully exit the hardware business soon, which I think would just be such a sad day. It's like the 25th anniversary of Xbox, I'm pretty sure, this year, some big anniversary like that. So I don't want to see that happen. However, they're just not competitive against Sony and Nintendo at all now. They've got some big hitters coming out next year. We've got the Halo remake of the original game. We've got Forza Horizon 6. And no surprises, both of them are going to PlayStation, which I know for a fact a lot of people who are Xbox diehard gamers have just went, what is the point of owning an Xbox when I can own a PlayStation and then I get access to all the amazing PlayStation exclusives and all the Xbox games? So that's the kind of world we're living in right now. Do we think these, big releases next year could help, change the kind of current downward spiral which Xbox is on and their hardware, given they have said they are going to release ultra premium, pretty much sounds like a PC based console, just like they've done with their Xbox ROG Ally X PC gaming handheld. I don't know many people will be buying that if they do launch it. I think if they do actually bring that to market, this AI boom again may impact that because the amount of RAM they were wanting to fire in this thing, it may make it just cost a ridiculous amount to the point where nobody would buy it. But if they do get their new console to market, I think it might be the last Xbox, and not even a real Xbox. It's going to just be a PC at that point. The last real Xbox is probably the one that's out just now, the Series X, and I would recommend you buy it. It is actually a great piece of hardware. I personally pretty much only play older games on it. It's got amazing backwards compatibility. You can buy My guilty like pleasure is just scrolling eBay and buying old Xbox 360 games. Such a buzz. I try and buy ones that I had when I was younger, which what I did with them, I must have traded them in. I'm pretty sure I traded my 360 in to get PS3. The PS4, I think I did. No, I didn't. I kept my Xbox. I've still got my Xbox. What did I do with the games? I must have traded a whole bunch of the games in then to get PS3 games. Um, so I did get the Red Ring of Death on my original Xbox 360, which, to their credit, Microsoft did switch out and give me another one that's sitting up there. I've not had it turned on in years, and I bought a Xbox 360e, more modern version. I've used that recently, and then PS3 took over. I was playing that all the time. That died on me too. I got the yellow light of death on the PS3 playing too much Call of Duty World at War back in the day. What was that all about? And then I got a PS3 Slim, which is over there and is still working awesome to this day. Amazing bit of hardware. So yes, not good news for Xbox on the sales front. And it's interesting where they get a lot of these numbers from, because since Xbox has started cratering, they pretty much don't release sales figures for anything. It's all total smoke and mirrors, and just investor chat, because that's all just the Microsoft are just the worst. That's all they're interested in. Shareholder returns and AI at the expense of everything. There's also been rumors that they're possibly going to let go even more people who work in the Xbox division. I hope that doesn't happen. They had a huge round of redundancies last year at the tail end of the year. I think it was 9,000 members of staff across multiple divisions. They shut down multiple studios. As we know, they cancelled big games. I was really looking forward to Perfect Dark, and they freaking cancelled it. So yeah, this news segment has just turned into a rant about Xbox. Apologies if you're a huge Xbox fan. I'm a huge Xbox fan too. That's why I'm ranting about it. If I didn't, and I was just Sony fanboy, I would just be putting the boot in. I wouldn't care. I would just blah. But yes, I do care. I love all consoles. I love Xbox. I love my Nintendo Switch 2 and the original Switch, and I love my PlayStation 5. Yes. Sort it out, Xbox. We want a strong console gaming industry so that we benefit. Is Xbox on the way out though, people? Let me know in the comments your thoughts. I'm really intrigued. And do any of you still own an Xbox? Do you pay for it? Do you have pay for Game Pass Ultimate? I still have Game Pass Ultimate because I had it stacked for. I think I stacked it for 3 years. It runs out in like 2027 sometime. After that, I'm out. I just don't use it enough. I get my benefit for Game Pass Ultimate is the odd kind of indie game which comes along, which I check out that I probably wouldn't have just bought anyway, and then I play it and I love it, and I'm like, wait, this is great, and then I often end up buying it on PlayStation. That's what happened with like Vampire Survivors and Balatro. So yeah, I enjoy playing my games far more these days on PS5 Pro. It's definitely the best console experience out there, in my opinion. You might disagree.